Hey, awesome youth leaders. I'm sitting right here in the middle of our Thunderdome. That's right. Our church auditorium is where all the shenanigans will be happening tomorrow night. But before I get to any of that, I have a couple of important things that I want to tell you. Number one, I want to thank each and every youth leader who went with us to youth convention, and also for anybody who contributed, helped get students there. Maybe you even paid for a student to get there. I want you to know I'm grateful for it, and our students will be eternally grateful. I believe that they had true encounters with God, and I described it like this on Sunday. Man, it was a booster shot in the arm. They had awesome summer. Man, a lot of our students made huge strides in their relationship with Jesus, but now they've gotten back into school, back into their routines. So this was a great opportunity for them to re-up what happened, man. Spend another moment, man, with students from around the state. So it truly was. It was an awesome weekend. I hope your fall break was amazing, but we are back, and we are into the final 2 weeks of Time Wars. Final 2 weeks. That means there's only 2 more weeks that you can earn points. We will be announcing the winner on the 30th. All right, so your students don't have to come back into November. We do want them to come back, but they don't have to come back to find out the winner. On the 30th, before you leave, you will know if your team won. Now, this weekend is an opportunity for you to earn a ton of points as well with our Washington Irving Trunk or Treat that will be taking place at the park, Washington Irving Park, from noon until 3:30. Man, and every group that shows up will get points. The team that brings the most people will get points, and the team with the most creative trunk or treat will also win points. And I know that some teams have been getting together throughout the week and building, making, painting, and creating their trunks. Man, I'm super excited. Again, it's going to be an easy way for you to earn a ton of points. Now, on to tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is going to be a ton of fun. We have 4 games that we are going to be competing in, and I want to explain them to you and kind of use our room to show you how we are going to play these games, because a couple of them are pretty complicated, okay? The first one, and the most complicated of them all, is called Giants, Wizards, and Elves. It's played very similar to Ninja Hunter Bear or Rock, Paper, Scissors. You are going to act out being a giant, being a wizard, or being an elf. Here's how you do that. Giants will just lift up their arms because that makes them tall. Wizards will put out spirit fingers in front of them, and elves will squat down to the floor. That's how you will choose, all right? So here's how you will win each round, okay? So giants beat wizards because they're taller than them. Wizards beat elves because they have too much spirit. And elves will beat giants because they trip them and they're really short on the ground. Now, here's where this game gets really complicated, but will also be really fun. But I will need your help for this game, all right? Tomorrow night, we are going to put tape lines on the ground out here in front of our sound booth. There's going to be a center line. Each team will line up on either side of the room, and they will, as a team, determine which motion they're going to do. Are you going to be giant, wizard, or an elf? As a team, they will come to the center line and face their opponent. When I count to 3, they will act out whichever one it is, spirit fingers or elves, all right? If they beat their opposing team, they will have to run and tag their opponents as quickly as possible before they get to safe baselines, all right? And we're going to put separate pieces of tape on the baseline. If a student gets tagged, they join the other team. After 4 rounds, the team with the most people will win points, okay? I'm also putting this description handwritten out, so hopefully it'll make it a little bit easier if you're a little bit more visual, you need to read things. I mean, that's me. I've written it out. It's in the attachments for this week's planning center. So take a look. If you have questions, this one's the most difficult one to understand, but it's going to be a ton of fun. Everybody on every team will get to play this game. Now, just so you understand, 2 tribes will make up each team. So the Space Rangers and the Cowgirls will be fighting against the ninjas and the samurais. So this gives you more of an opportunity to earn even more points. There will be a lot of students right here in the middle competing very quickly. So we will do 2 teams at a time, competing to win points, and then we'll switch out, all right? So that's how this is going to go. So again, that's an opportunity for you to earn points. The second game that we're going to do is called Face Catcher. This one I will also need your help for. We are going to put out plastic bags on the floor out here. And again, we're going to have all kinds of tape lines on the ground. One person from each team will be the thrower. They are going to be throwing marshmallows and trying to get them caught in the beard of shaving cream of their team. So there will be two people from each team, one who will get shaving cream all over their face, and then one who will be throwing marshmallows into it. The throwers cannot cross the line. The bearded people will have to stay on plastic. They must keep their hands behind their back. They can't catch it and put it in there. They cannot move their hands. Their hands must be behind their back. The person with the most marshmallows will earn points, and everybody who plays will earn points for their team. That's game number 2. The third game is a human knot, tangled chain, whatever you want to call it. Every team will get in a circle, shoulder to shoulder. You'll reach out and grab the hand of somebody across from you. All right? They cannot grab the people to their immediate left or right, but they will grab one hand. Then they will use their second hand to grab a different person's hand. So I may grab Lauren's hand and I may grab Pastor Brandon's hand. But you cannot grab the same person's two hands. It's cheating and it makes it too boring. The first team to get untangled will win the most points, and then there will be a points awarded after that. Our last game is going to be called Balloons in the Air. This one is going to be a ton of fun, and we played it at youth convention, but I really like it. So one person from each team will be given 2 balloons, and they'll be out here in this giant Thunderdome area. They'll be given 2 balloons. So there will be 9 people, one from each team, with 2 balloons in their hand. When I say go, they must keep their balloons airborne by only hitting the balloon. They cannot grab onto it. They can't hold it. They must keep them in the air. If a balloon hits the ground, that balloon is out. Now, as long as a student has a balloon, they're still in. So if they have one balloon, they're still in. Here's the kicker. All 9 of them will be out here. They can smack each other's balloons down. So a space ranger can totally smack both of the cowgirls' balloons to the ground and knock the cowgirl out. Now, if in the process they get their balloon hits the ground, they are out as well. Points will be awarded for, again, how quickly you get out. The person who's in the longest will get the most points and win the game. So, I know that was a whole lot of information very, very quickly. If you do have any questions, please hit me up. Feel free to ask any questions, shoot me a text, or you will be getting a copy of this with your small group questions tomorrow, and it will also be uploaded into Planning Center. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Again, 2 more weeks is all we have to get as many students in the doors as we can. This Time Wars, this year, this small group competition, man, we have seen 20 to 30 new guests. And truthfully, we've seen so many lives change. And what's awesome is not even that. A lot of our regular attending students have stepped outside of their comfort zones, have prayed for people they wouldn't have normally prayed for, have stepped out of their comfort zone and invited a friend, handed an invite card to somebody that they would have never talked to otherwise. And so not only is God bringing in lost people, but God is growing the faith of our students that are here. Man, so this small group competition has been phenomenal. Thank you for helping make it awesome. We're not done yet. Again, this Wednesday is a ton of points. This Saturday is a ton of points. And then we have one final week for you to bring as many guests as you can. Hope you're having an awesome week. Can't wait to see your smiling face tomorrow at 6 o'clock for our leaders' room, or our leaders' meeting in the living room. Have an awesome day.